Elections are closing in for Uttar Pradesh, and Western Uttar Pradesh is now becoming the epicenter of political strategy, because just a day after Home Minister Amit Shah, star campaigner for the BJP, appealed to the Jart netas and Jart voters of the area, and now the BJP, as you can see on your screens, have been travelling across Uttar Pradesh, trying specifically for Western UP. But today, BJP's one of the biggest names was in Mathura. While addressing a rally, Amit Shah launched a sharp attack on Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav and said electing him would mean a return of Gunda Raj. Earlier in the day, Amit Shah visited the Banke Bihari temple in Vrindavan and has now reached Greater Noida and will also be campaigning in Dadri. In the next assembly election in the last assembly election of 2017, BJP, giving you a background. One, take a look at that. 76% seats in Western UP. The Jat voters, specifically in the region, will be a deciding factor for almost all the seats in Western UP. All right, as you can see that Home Minister Amit Shah, and these are the live visuals on your screens right now, Western Uttar Pradesh, but specifically with the rally only escalating, there's Greater Noida, there's Dadri, receiving a bouquet of flowers, and as you can see, accompanied by the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Keshav Prasad Maurya. Amit Shah has been already speaking to the Jat voters, the Jat netas, after the repeal of the farm laws. They are, of course, hopeful that the Jat vote, that almost, according to an estimate, 91% of Jat's vote went to the Bharatiya Janata Party. They will want to retain that, specifically with the announcement of the farm laws. And of course, Amit Shah in Western Uttar Pradesh reaching out to that segment of the voters. Listen in now to what the Home Minister has said through the day, and specifically with regard to Jats and farmers.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार देखने के पहले उत्तर प्रदेश ने लंबे कालखंड तक सपा बसपा सपा बसपा सपा सपा बसपा सरकारें देखी। सपा आती थी, एक जाति का काम करती थी, बसपा आती थी, दूसरी जाति का काम करती थी। कभी भी उत्तर प्रदेश का संपूर्ण विकास का नक्शा किसी ने खींचा ही नहीं। ये तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद, योगी आदित्यनाथ के मुख्यमंत्री बनने के बाद सबका साथ, सबका विश्वास और सबका विकास का सूत्र है। मित्रों, ये सरकारें चली, जातिवाद परिवारवाद के लिए चली, तुष्टीकरण के आधार पर चली, और भ्रष्टाचार का यहां चारों ओर बोलबाला था। मैं आपको पूछना चाहता हूं, 7.5 साल से मोदी जी की सरकार है, राहुल बाबा भी भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप नहीं लगा सकते? लगा सकते हैं क्या? लगा सकते हैं क्या? 5 साल हो गए योगी सरकार को। अखिलेश बाबू, नोटों की ढेर निकलते हैं आपके लोगों के यहां से, भारतीय जनता पार्टी भ्रष्टाचार का कोई आरोप नहीं लगा। ये यूपी के चुनाव को विधायक का चुनाव मत समझिए, किसी को मंत्री मुख्यमंत्री बनने का चुनाव मत समझिए। उत्तर प्रदेश का चुनाव आने वाले देश में भाग्य का, भारत के भाग्य का निर्णय करने वाला चुनाव, क्योंकि देश के सबसे बड़ा सूबा है। 22 करोड़ से ज्यादा मतदाता, अगर विकसित नहीं होता है प्रदेश, तो देश का विकास भी पिछड़ा रहेगा।
So here's why Western Uttar Pradesh and the outreach to the Jarts is so significant, and why these meetings are not just any other campaign for elections. Take a look at that. Specifically, Meerut and Muzaffarnagar are the areas where there is a massive Jat influence. What does that mean in terms of population? Now, in specifically Bijnor and Saharanpur, their voice and votes do become crucial. In Uttar Pradesh, the Jats are about 2%. But when you close in to Western Uttar Pradesh region, that population number becomes about 18%, and therefore very crucial for any party to seek votes from. Importantly, how have they voted in the past few years? Remember, Jarts primarily with the agriculture and farming as an occupation had voted, as it appeared as an estimate. RLD Congress Alliance, then led by Ajit Singh in 2012, won about 24 seats. But then the change started to happen, specifically after 2013 riots. 11 BJP MLAs in 2017 were from the Jart community. What about the members of parliament as well? This, remember, specifically giving a boost with 4 ministers in the Yogi government apart from 11 MLAs, again from the Jart community. So therefore, the BJP also ensuring that they do find a presence and a representation within the government and, of course, managing as winnable candidates as well. In 2019 Lok Sabha elections, 3 BJP MPs were from the same community. So therefore, remember, at this point, they have managed to shift the vote, as it appears, towards the BJP. Jayant Chaudhary and the RLD, the Samajwadi Party, will try to retain it towards them. Eventually, it does form a crucial election. I want to go across quickly to what my reporter on the ground, who's been tracking all the latest, has to say. Abhishek Anand, because Abhishek, you've been tracking all the latest on that. How crucial Western Uttar Pradesh will be, because Rajnath Singh, Yogi Adityanath and of course Amit Shah already campaigning, they're all guns blazing. The Jart vote, the farmer vote, Western Uttar Pradesh, how crucial will it be for the BJP and for all parties? Over to you.
Well, Pooja, this particular door-to-door campaign of the BJP is meticulously planned to bring back those voters under the BJP umbrella who participated in the year-long Farmers Union agitation. So all these communities, in Jart communities of the Saharanpur, Meerut and Muzaffarnagar, and the Gurjar community of this particular area, Dadri and Jewar and Noida, these communities were part of the BJP voters when they came back in a grand majority in 2017. But after this agitation, many small leaders who were on the edge after a humiliating defeat during last elections rose up and they gained much attention during this agitation. So all these tactics, all these door-to-door campaign is to ensure that all those voters who actually voted to BJP during last election shall not shift their votes, and to ensure that the BJP umbrella, the umbrella under which Yogi Adityanath and the double-engine government which the BJP is projecting shall not be breached by any other party. Now, Amit Shah is inside the Sharda University and he is interacting with the voters, and after that he will interact with the local leaders and convince them to repeat.
So, you know, while other parties and are focusing on caste equations primarily, but BJP would want to consolidate at least all of the Hindu votes and specifically would want the Jarts also in it. Very interesting. Which side will the Jarts go? As it appears, we'll wait and watch. For now, there would appear to have shifted from other parties, from the RLD, from the SP, now to the BJP. However, again, as I say, it's a 403 assembly constituencies that are going to elections. 136 will have importance and significance with regard to the Jart vote share. Here's a special report. While all parties, and specifically the BJP now, is all guns blazing and trying to cash in to influence the Jarts. Here's why.
Ahead of the high-stakes Uttar Pradesh polls, BJP's mega Jart outreach. Union Home Minister Amit Shah met over 100 Jart leaders from Western Uttar Pradesh at BJP MP Pravesh Verma's residence in Delhi. India Today has got the inside scoop on Amit Shah's meet with the Jart leaders. Sources say Amit Shah claimed the BJP wanted RLD's Jayant Chaudhary with them. According to the sources, Amit Shah said the RLD chose the wrong alliance. Shah said the Jat community should resolve differences with BJP and urged them against choosing Akhilesh Yadav, whom he called an outsider. Sources say Shah referred to Ram Mandir construction, saying Jat fought Mughals and the BJP is also doing that. Amit Shah listed work done by government like one rank, one pension for soldiers and schemes for farmers. Reservation for Jarts also figured in the talks.
कि हमारा आपका नाता तो 650 साल पुराना है. कैसे 650 साल? आप भी मुगलों से लड़े, हम भी लड़ रहे हैं. ये हमारा नाता है.
Shah urged Jarts to once again rally behind the BJP as they did in 2014, 2017 and 2019.
गृह मंत्री जी ने आश्वासन दिया है कि एक तो हमारा आरक्षण का मुद्दा जो लंबित था उसके लिए कहा है आप लोगों की जो लंबित मांगे हैं उनको चुनाव बाद निराश नहीं किया जाएगा, पूरा किया जाएगा।
गृह मंत्री जी ने आश्वासन दिया है कि आप लोगों की जो समस्याएं हैं मैं इनके लिए आप लोगों को जो है आश्वासन देता हूं कि समस्याओं का समाधान हम करेंगे और आप लोग जो है प्रदेश में दोबारा सरकार बनवाने का काम करो। प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो हमें उससे मजबूती मिलेगी।
Interestingly, after the meet, BJP MP Pravesh Verma dropped hints of post-poll alliance with RLD if needed.
जयंत चौधरी जी एक अच्छे युवा नेता हैं, एक अच्छे जिस परिवार का किसानों के लिए संघर्ष रहा उससे ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं और इलेक्शन के बाद में संभावनाएं हैं और हमेशा हमारे दरवाजे उनके लिए खुले हैं।
RLD chief Jayant Chaudhary, who is fighting the election in an alliance with Samajwadi Party, was quick to hit back at the BJP. RLD chief took to Twitter saying the BJP should invite families of those who died protesting the farm laws and not him. After repealing the farm laws, the BJP is working overtime to win back the trust of the Jart community. Amit Shah himself is on a mission in Western Uttar Pradesh. He is holding door-to-door campaigns in Mathura and Gautam Buddh Nagar. Jarts have a big say in 136 assembly constituencies of UP. In the 2017 assembly elections, the community voted heavily in favor of the Saffron Party. Bureau Report, India Today.
Not just Amit Shah, here's why BJP's Mission Uttar Pradesh is focusing on the Western Belt. Because Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who's also son of the soil, and also Yogi Adityanath, the incumbent Chief Minister, were campaigning today in the Western Belt of Uttar Pradesh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was in Modi Nagar and said the Jarts and farmers are not angry with the BJP. But picking importantly from Amit Shah's reference to RLD's Jayant Chaudhary yesterday, Rajnath said that his grandfather, Chaudhary Charan Singh, was everyone's ideal figure for a neta. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, meanwhile, targeted the Samajwadi Party and said the Safai Mahotsav is now history, while Kumbh and Deepotsav have become Uttar Pradesh's image. But making a return in Western Uttar Pradesh is the Jinnah versus Ganna debate that specifically the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh mentioned upon to slam the Samajwadi Party. Take a look at what the netas said.
जहां तक आतंकवाद का सवाल है, बहन भाइयों, आतंकवादी वारदातें होती रहती हैं। पहले बहुत ज्यादा होती थी, अब तो बहुत काफी कम हो गई। लेकिन एक हमारा पड़ोसी है जो बराबर इधर उधर की कुछ नापाक हरकतें करता ही रहता है। आप जानते ही होंगे उसका नाम क्या है, मालूम है? पाकिस्तान है। अब पता नहीं पाकिस्तान के निर्माता जिन्ना का नाम क्यों लिया जाता है। भाई, जिनको यदि राजनीति करनी है तो उत्तर प्रदेश की राजनीति में जिन्ना का नाम नहीं लिया जाना चाहिए, नाम लिया जाना चाहिए तो किसानों के गन्ना का नाम लिया जाना चाहिए, जिन्ना का नाम नहीं लिया जाना चाहिए।
Will these statements and repeated hints and references to even the RLD make any difference for those parties, and will it retain BJP in Uttar Pradesh? That we'll know on the 10th of March.